All right, so I just finished watching The Promised Land, episode 5, Bones, for the third time through. And I think this one probably ranks the lowest of the bunch. I felt like the plot wasn't necessary. Didn't really. It had its funny moments, but I don't know. I felt like if you cut this one out of the bunch, you're not missing a whole lot. I think the most interesting storyline was the law school and the women posing as men to try and sneak in. That was probably the best plot line. The JCC storyline, I didn't really find that interesting. I thought it was kind of dumb. And then kind of showing like the awkwardness of Aaron. They already kind of made that point, like between Aaron and Moses. They just kind of drove it home more in this episode. So, I don't know. That wasn't particularly funny. It was just awkward. I guess it just kind of helped in terms of character development. But the Korra thing wasn't all that developed. I mean, he was there. No interaction between just Cece and Korra. It would have been funny to see just Cece trying to be in law school. Like, I feel like that was kind of a missed opportunity, having him not try and be. Like, it seemed like that would have been a good opportunity for, like, he's being close to being discovered that he's not an Egyptian because he doesn't know, like, he has way different opinions about what the law should be because he's like a pagan. And I think that would have been a funny angle to take, but they didn't do that, so felt like a little bit of a missed opportunity there. But anyway, I don't know. It's not a bad episode. It just was the least interesting and the least funny, I think, out of the bunch. I actually like episode 4, the one right before it, better after watching it a couple more times. It kind of grew on me. That was my, I think my second least favorite episode. But I think number 5 is now my number 1 least favorite. So if I were to put them in order for my favorite, I still think it's the pilot. Then I'd probably put number 3 as my number 2, and then probably number 2 is my number 3, and then 4 is my number 4, and then 5. Actually, it might be, for third place, it might be a toss-up between episode 2 and episode 4. They're kind of a tie in my mind for third place. And then I would put number 5 in fourth place. So, yeah, I don't know. They're 2 and 4 neck and neck. I would have put it lower than 2, or 4 up or lower than 2. But I think it grew on me enough watching it a couple more times that I might either at least tied with it or move it up to be in third place. So, I don't know. So, anyway, that's how I would rank them. So, one more episode left to go. So, that's the one I'm looking forward to the most, given that it's the episode that I was actually on the set as an extra for, so I kind of know what to expect. The Song of Miriam at the end, I think probably be at the end of the episode, was the scene that I was a part of, so they kept referring to it. It's right in front of the tabernacle, so that's where they had probably the most extras show up. They showed a clip of it in the trailer with the cloud hovering over the tabernacle. So I know that the tabernacle gets built and fully up and working, and anyway, I don't want to spoil anything because I haven't seen it yet. I know some things about it just from having been there, but maybe save that for when the next video when I actually watch and talk about it afterwards. But anyway, just something to look forward to. Every time I've watched the episode, the first thing I focus on has been the story and the characters and the humor, I guess. The story primarily, then secondary the character development, and then probably thirdly the humor. But I guess they kind of all go hand in hand. So, but like when I watch it again, I always get something else out of it. So I don't usually try to pay attention for like the background stuff until the second or third time I go through it. So I wasn't really thinking about wondering whether I was in it until the second or third time through. That pretty much went through all the episodes, applied for all of them. So, but knowing for sure that I'll be in the season finale, the temptation to look more in the back will probably be greater. But I'll definitely go back and binge watch the whole thing at least once the season is complete, once episode 6 is done. So that'll be fun. So yeah, anyway, that's it for this. So let me know you guys' thoughts if you want. So thanks for watching. See you later.